Hey y'all, welcome back. I think with me posting this, it's probably going to be like, what do you mean welcome back? I haven't recorded anything in well over a week at this point. So for me, it feels like I'm sitting down and coming back. But this is the very first time I'm recording in my new setup at the new house. Still don't have things set up, obviously. I got, wires sitting over there. But I just threw some things back there. And I was kind of wanting to see how this light situation works so far with my setup and how the camera works with my setup. So I was like, you know what? I feel kind of chatty today. The kids are down for a nap. Let's give you guys a little bit of an update and just share with you guys how our move went. So that is what I'm going to be doing in today's video. And for my eyeshadow, I'm going to probably go pretty basic with my face just because I'm tired, but I do want to play with eyeshadow. And so I'm going to pull out my singles. These are the singles I've been collecting recently. They're newer to me, or just eyeshadows that I haven't tried. So let's see, we got a bunch of Copacetic over here, this whole 9-pan square, and then these are all Give Me Glow, the really big pans over here. These two are from Menagerie, it's the multi-chromes. These are from JD Glow, these three down here. And then these over here, kind of all by themselves, the regular size pans are from GlamShop. So that's what I have to work with. No idea what I want to do, but I feel like I have enough mattes and shimmers to do something fun. So that's what I'm going to use while we just chit chat and share with you guys how this last week went. Like I said, I feel like you guys are probably not going to notice this because I don't know when I'm going to upload this. I'm just going to throw this in after I get a couple pre-filmed videos up for you guys. But for me sitting down here, I feel it's been a rough week and I feel very tired and I don't know about this setup, if it's going to work with the camera. I mean, I'm going to make it work because this is going to be my setup, but it just feels like I'm coming back a little bit rough because like I said, I'm very tired. But anyway, enough of the chit chat. I am glad to be back. It's so nice to be sitting down and recording a video, and hopefully tonight I should actually have internet in my new house because we didn't jump on the ball fast enough because I had so much on my plate to get it set up and like, you know, schedule it by the time we got here. So we didn't do it till we got here, and I've had to go like not a week, but half a week without internet, and I'm ready to have it back. But anyway, let's go ahead and roll the intro and we can get right into it. I told y'all I'm chatty. Alright, I'm going to use this Ace Beauté eyeshadow amplifying base in light. I don't feel like I've used this a lot, so definitely want to get some more use out of it to see how I like it. But yeah, we are at the new house. This is my setup. It's probably doesn't look too crazy different from what I had over there, besides the lighting being a real issue. I don't have any lighting behind me, which I definitely will need to set up because that definitely helps kind of even everything out and brighten everything up. But I just have 3 lights in front of me right now. But I'm just very thankful that I was able to pretty much fit everything in, just like I said, in a more condensed version of what I had at the old place. So I'm just doing that and trying to think of different ways to make it work better because unlike the other place, my other house, I just had like half of a closet that we never used, so I basically gutted it out to use for my YouTube space. With this house, I have my clothes, like literally, like here's my clothes. They're all hanging up like right here next to me, so it's a little bit more packed in there, but I will definitely be able to make it work. And I'm very, very thankful that this house just happened to have a big closet like this that I can use for my YouTube setup. That it had 2 closets because my husband's in another one that's still pretty big, smaller than this one by far, but decent enough size, plenty big for him with room to spare. So he's over there, I'm in this closet and setting up my YouTube space. I think I'm going to use this blue from Give Me Glow, and then I'll probably use the brighter blue from Copacetic Cosmetics. This dark blue, it's grapeness. It's like a blue purple. It's a really pretty color. I'm gonna pack that on there just because I feel like I have a lot of those blues and pinks, so we're gonna do something like that. But I really want to use this shade from Give Me Glow, Dragon's Blood. So pretty. Kind of reminds me of this one that I have from GlamShop. I don't know how to, it's a Turbo Plus type of shadow, but it's really pretty as well. So many pretty shadows. I don't know which to use first. But anyway, yeah, we moved in. We're all settled. We started the moving process where we like loaded all the big stuff on a Wednesday, and then Thursday was trying to sort through all the little stuff and get it sorted and also clean the house, because our goal was to, the reason we packed the truck so early before we actually bought the new house was because we wanted to, we were closing on a Friday and we didn't want to miss a weekend of showings with our, you know, old house for, you know, Saturday and Sunday, because that's when you typically have the most showings. So that's why we were trying to buy our house on a Friday and then move in Friday night basically. basically. And so it was just a very tight schedule. So along with trying to like move everything out and just get it either, you know, kind of in a closet, because we didn't totally get the old house. We still have stuff in closets and drawers, but we wanted all the big stuff to be gone and, you know, just everything very open. But along with pulling all that, you have to do a lot of cleaning as well, because when you move stuff, oh my goodness, like the kids' room, there was a lot of painting that needed to be done, because they have fingerprints and whatnot everywhere. So Thursday was packing up and doing painting and cleaning and stuff like that to try to make it all look nice and whatnot. And Thursday I was really sick. I don't know if it was just kind of the stress of it all building up or just because of how much we did on Wednesday, but all day Thursday I was struggling. I've said this before, but I'm going to say it again. I do not recommend moving while in the middle of being pregnant, especially if you're someone who just doesn't handle pregnancy well or has a lot of nausea. It's not fun. This is actually twice now that I've done this. I have cold shoulder from Copacetic I'm going to use next. The first time I did almost the same, roughly the same amount, around the same time with Olivia, with my first pregnancy. We moved when I was in my teens though of pregnancy. So that was hard because I was still like really nauseous trying to move. And then across country I was like just starting to recover. So that was still pretty tricky and not fun. But trying to move with children now and being farther along, I feel like is just as hard, if not harder, than trying to move, you know, without any kids and earlier on, because this was not fun. But we made it. We got it through. Thursday, I just moved very slow. Had a lot of attempts to keep food down before I finally did, and just it was just a rough day trying to also like just get stuff accomplished, because you know on Thursday we knew we had, by the next day we had to be you know, we were going to buy the house and have to be at the other place, and so the old house needed to be ready. And then halfway through that day, we actually got someone who wanted to see it on Friday, right after we had to leave for like to go sign to buy the new house. And I was just like, on a Friday, I was like, can they come on Saturday? Like, do you mind? Because we didn't know if we'd have it all done in time. But that was the only day they could make it work, because they just couldn't do the weekend. I think they were from out of town. I don't know. But so we were like, okay, we'll do our best to have it ready. So that was even more kind of on top of that, trying to keep up with. But we did. We managed to get it all done. I don't know how. I tried to, you know, I just went slow and whatnot and steady on Thursday, rested in the middle of the day. One of my family members came and took the two older kids to their house to spend the night. So that was a big help, honestly, because you just, you know, all their toys were packed up. So it was nice for them to get out of the house and whatnot. And I wasn't going to do the youngest because he's very difficult when he doesn't sleep in his own bed in his own like routine. So I didn't send him with them, but just having the older two out and know they were having fun and all that. And you know, our youngest was actually pretty easy, all things considered, being the only one at home. But that was a huge help. I'm trying to think of what I want on the inner corner here. Raspberry cheesecake, I feel like is the most obvious. But I kind of also want arsenic, because that's pretty. And green, I'm going to do it. Green and blue together, just so pretty. I was wanting something different because I am planning to use this dragon's blood on the eye, just because I've been wanting to use it for so long, but I can't help it. It's too pretty. Copacetic Cosmetics, this one is very powdery. The blue was also pretty powdery. I mean, the fallout was from both of the shadows, but I feel like this one I dipped into it. It's very powdery. So anyway, Thursday was rough, but I tried to like stop the day a little bit early, and you know, like I said, I rested halfway through the day when Levi went down for a nap to try to see if that would help. So the next day, thankfully, I was praying so hard, but the next day when I woke up, I was able to keep food down and able to get up and get going earlier and much better, and just feeling better overall than I had the day before. So I was so very thankful, because if Friday morning had went like Thursday morning, I don't know if we would have been able to get everything done before we had to leave for the signing, and there was a lot to do when we went to bed on Thursday. But I felt good, so the next morning my husband and I just like hit the ground running to get it all done, and we did. We were able to leave the house looking empty. Like I said, we didn't totally gut the house, and there was still a bunch of stuff. Anything we couldn't take because it wouldn't fit in the U-Haul, we put in the garage, just so that when people looked at the house they could, you know, walk around, just see an empty house. But we were able to get all that accomplished before we left, and we were very tired, but we made it to our signing. Everything went smoothly, and then once the signing was done, we had to go and empty the U-Haul into the new house. So Friday was very long. I mean, all of last week was very long, but oh yeah, and it was made even more stressful because my husband, let's see, he came home on a Tuesday. the day before we were supposed to load the truck with a little fever. And my kids had been sick the previous weekend, so we're like, oh shoot, are you getting what the kids had? So he went to bed early on Tuesday and like, you know, tried to get lots of sleep and took Zicam and all that stuff, because I was like, babe, like we can't have you sick right now. And thankfully, like he was okay by Wednesday and whatnot, and he was able to keep going. But that was definitely a little bit stressful and scary. I was like, okay, to top this whole week off, we really don't need you like in bed sick with a fever when we're trying to move houses. But anyway, we got moved to this house. We had people help us unload the truck, which was super helpful. And I forget if I said this in the last video when I was talking about us moving, but we were downsizing from our old house, and that was a big reason we were wanting to go ahead and get moving on that, is just to get a smaller place that we could more easily manage while we look for a place with a lot of land, and get rid of the bigger house so that we could have more money to put towards the house with land, basically. So we were really wanting to get the house empty for the weekend so that we could still show it and not lose a weekend of showing, because it was definitely, I don't know, it's just stressful when you're trying to sell a place and then people come and see it and they don't, one after another, it's like, nope, not the right one, nope, not the right one, and it's like, oh my goodness, are we gonna sell this? So it was a bit stressful, but we actually did find out this past weekend that all our work to empty the house for people to come see it was well worth it, because we got someone who made an offer, and we are, I don't know the term, but basically we are in the process of selling it to them. So we found a buyer for our house, and I am so thankful, so relieved. My husband and I are just like huge weight off our back knowing that we're that much closer to getting it to someone else who wants it, basically, you know, off our hands, so that we can move forward with our dream or goal of finding a house and buying a house with a lot of land and whatnot, because that was definitely a big stressor for both of us. And like I said, trying to keep a house nice with kids was very hard. So it was very nice for this last weekend, you know, the one weekend where we did a bunch of showings with it empty, that we were able to empty the house, gut it, did a ton of vacuuming, a ton of painting, and then we left the house and I was like, it's gonna stay clean and pristine because we're not there. So that definitely is easier. I'm just so thankful also that I don't have to upkeep a house for showing anymore, because I think that's been the past month. And it's not fun with trying to, like, you know, live with kids and keep life normal for them while trying to do that. So I am very thankful that that part is now behind us. So yeah, this week was crazy. By the time, you know, Friday night we emptied the truck, we came back and got even more stuff, because there was some stuff we really wanted to bring to the new house that we needed, we just couldn't fit. So we went back to that house and kind of made sure everything was tidied up for the next day of showing and whatnot. So by the time we got home, got the kids to the new house Friday night, we were all so tired. And Saturday came and we were all still so tired. So Saturday I was like, I have 0 goals for today. We got everything accomplished that we needed. Saturday I was like, I'm not doing anything unless I just have the energy type of thing. I did not want to, you know, push it or anything like that. So Saturday we just had a very slow day. I unpacked a little bit, did, you know, tiny little things just to kind of be able to live amidst all of the craziness, because we didn't really have a chance since we unpacked and unloaded the truck on a Friday night. We didn't have a ton of time to really unpack anything, so we were just living with boxes and random piles of stuff everywhere. Because again, too, as something I didn't really think about, but when you don't move like far away, you tend, at least for me personally, I've done it twice where I just kind of move across the town instead of like cross states or something, but you don't pack up the way you would for a move across states. So we just had like a lot of baskets of stuff in them, and then when you bring them, we brought them initially when we emptied the truck, and then I wanted to take them back to the house to get even more stuff, so there were just like piles of stuff all over the place. We have a 4th bedroom that is just all the extra stuff right now that I need to sort through. Still haven't got to that. Still not looking forward to that, but it's over there right now. I want a little bit more depth here, so I'm actually going to take this little guy. It's a Makeup by Tammy 5 brush, and I'm going to take a little bit of that light blue Cold Shoulder from Copacetic Cosmetics, and I'm going to take that into that arsenic shade. That arsenic shade is super pretty, but I just want a little bit more depth in here, a little bit more intensity before I put on my shimmer. So yeah, Saturday and Sunday were very slow days. Some family brought us a meal, which was incredible. Something I didn't really think about beforehand, of like, you know, having meals handy or whatnot, just because, like I said, I've been so focused and so just wrapped up in like if the move will happen and trying to get the house ready at the same time as moving, that I really didn't think past Friday, honestly. So one of our family members brought us a meal Friday night, which was such a blessing. Or not Friday night, they brought us a meal Saturday night, which was a huge blessing, and someone else had brought a meal who helped us unload the truck for Friday night. So overall, just very, very blessed and thankful for everyone who pitched in to help, because Dan and I were definitely just like, we were spent by Friday. Our kids were also pretty spent by Friday too, because it's, you know, it's something you don't think about until you actually go to move, is just like how much of an effect it has on kids. kids, even if they're not like doing a lot of the physical stuff or, you know, involved in the planning and the headaches that come with planning, it still quite, you know, affects them a lot, and their routine is disturbed, their, you know, normal living area is disturbed, so it was a lot for them as well. I'm gonna see if this will work. I'm gonna use the JD Glow Glitter Stuck Adhesive. Last time I tried to get this, so the adhesive comes out and it kind of dribbles down the side because it's really strong, so I try to do it slowly so I don't get too much, because you only need a little bit, and it's dribbled down the side. And last time I tried to squeeze this, it would not squeeze because it kind of like it glued itself basically shut. So let's see if this will work. I don't like this method for this. I really wish it was just like a squeeze tube bottle or something, because there we go. I'm trying to do it. I was trying to do it gentle and it just shot across my desk, which is just like fantastic. This is one of those liquid ones. If you're someone who wants a very liquidy type of glitter adhesive, I would recommend the MBA one, because it's also like this. It's totally liquid, but it's in a little squeeze applicator, so you don't have to do this every time and it doesn't get stuck. So definitely my preference. Dragon's Blood, Give Me Glow. We're gonna use this. I kind of want to use, I mean, I also have other, like I said, I have this one from GlamShop that's also super pretty, but this one, it looks like almost blue from the side. I really don't know if you'd be able to see, but it's super pretty. Oh, there you go. I think you can kind of see the shift a little better, like a bright blue and then, or a bright green and then almost like a blue green, a dark blue green. I see blue right here straight on, so it's a bit of a multi-chrome, I guess. Whatever the case is, we're gonna use this. I'm so chatty. I've been recording for 20 minutes at this point. So hopefully this isn't boring, but that's pretty much the update. We made it, we survived, and we're chugging forward with our plans as we finish up with the old house and finish that up. The kids like the new house, so that's good. They've been enjoying kind of setting up their space a little bit and rediscovering toys that I had packed up, because since we brought so much, like especially with the U-Haul, they were just like putting boxes wherever they would fit. So I had been packing up for the last couple of months a lot of things and just putting them away in boxes. So now that they're all at the new house, I've been opening them to try and figure out what's in each one and whatnot. And so they've been discovering some new toys that I'd put away over the last couple months, and you know, just kind of rediscovering toys in general, because like I said, we were packing some stuff up for the last week, and then all their stuff went away on what was it, Wednesday, got loaded in the truck and whatnot. Well, this is really pretty. I don't see a shift. I'm gonna bring it over a little bit more. I can't really see a shift. It just gets really dark on the outer corner. I'm gonna have to take some pictures with a mirror, which I'll have to find, but I want to see if I can catch the shift for a picture. So let's see, today is Tuesday that I'm recording this after the move, and yesterday and Sunday night I actually started kind of unpacking all my makeup and stuff and setting this place up. And the past 2 days I've also been recording declutters. Since I had to like pack up all my makeup, I was like, you know what, before I kind of take everything out and find a home for it, let me just go through my makeup and see if there's anything I want to get rid of beforehand. So I recorded a whole collection declutter. I have no idea in what order I'm going to put them in, if I'm going to do one big long video, because I mean that would be an insane video. I think the palette alone was like an hour and a half of raw footage, so I don't know when I'm going to share that, but let me know if you enjoy watching declutters. I don't know if they're really a thing anymore. I remember they were really big back in the day, a couple years ago, that when people would share declutters, but I feel like I haven't shared an actual like sit down on the floor and go through makeup type of declutter in a long time. Maybe not. I think I remember doing one at the old house, you know, the one we just moved from, and we've only been there 3 years, so I guess I've done one kind of recently, but I don't remember how well it did or whatnot, so you have to let me know if you still enjoy watching declutters. I'm going to take the brush that I used for the darkest blue, the Give Me Glow one, but I'm going to take Cold Shoulder from Copacetic with that same brush. Gonna pick it up, and that's what I'm going to use. A bit of a brighter blue to go on top. Why? I don't know, just because. I don't know. I just felt like seeing if this did anything different, and also maybe kind of help brighten it up as it blends it into the outer corner. But yeah, I'm 23 weeks at this point, feeling baby move a lot, which is very comforting. I really do enjoy being able to feel her move, and anytime I get a worry or a twinge down there, I don't know if it's just because I'm on my 4th, but I feel like feel a lot more down there than I do remember in previous pregnancies. With Levi, I remember feeling a lot. I don't think this early on, but maybe it's just because of everything going on that I've been doing, but I definitely been trying to take it easy, because I just, like I said, I feel like I'm already starting to get the little like hobble that you get at the end, the waddle, when you're so big and uncomfortable. I feel like yesterday I was doing that walk and I'm like, I'm only halfway through this pregnancy. Why am I not able to walk straight anymore? So having her moving around and whatnot is very comforting to feel that like, oh, she's okay in there, still moving around, and also like she's big enough and at the stage where the kids can feel her moving. She's not super strong on her kicks and stuff yet, but when you like poke into my belly, you can actually like feel the shape of something, probably her back or butt or something like that. And so the kids can feel that now, and they get really excited anytime she's kind of sticking out. They'll be like, oh, I feel her, and they'll like push down on it so they can kind of get a better feel, and then they'll see her move, you know, they'll feel her move. So they really enjoy that. Levi, my youngest, has not felt it yet because I don't think he understands it. I think I have to wait for her to give a really good hard kick when he's near, and then maybe he'll connect it. But whenever we talk about baby and mommy's belly, he just asked to see it on the app, which I have one of those, you know, apps to track how big the baby is inside. And so we'll talk about the baby inside mommy's belly, and then I'll ask to see, and I'll open the app and I'll show him how big the baby is. So no idea if he fully comprehends. I feel like in the past pregnancies, all my kids have been around 2. They've been younger than Levi, so maybe he understands more, but they were younger than him, so they had no idea. When I would talk about baby, they'd just be like, okay, I'm gonna put this on off camera, but I'm gonna put wing liner on. This is from Dragon Beauty. I think I got in a BoxyCharm. And then mascara, I'm gonna put the Kush mascara from Milk Makeup, which was probably also from a BoxyCharm. Okay, that Dragon Beauty liner, Dragon Wing liner, I would not recommend it. I feel like this isn't the most intensely black and opaque line I've ever seen, and I had to work twice or 3 times as hard as I usually do, going over and over and over the line to try to get it nice and opaque, which I wasn't expecting to do from this brand. I feel like the brand, just whenever I think about the brand, I think of like intense heavy makeup. But yeah, it took so long to get over and to be able to actually cover the blue and the green, because it was just such a sheer thin formula. I kept wanting to run. Not super impressed. So anyway, I'm gonna do my face now pretty quick. This is the Fit Me Tinted Moisturizer from Maybelline. I got this so long ago, and I've had it forever, and I was, you know, going through doing my declutter and whatnot. I was like, I don't really remember if I like this or not. So I need to start using it by itself with just a lightener, because it is a little dark for me, to see if I like the formula. So anyway, I think I don't even know where I left off when I was like, I'm gonna go do my mascara and liner, but pretty much I think that's the update that I have for you, baby. Kicking and doing well. We're settling in. I did a declutter. That might be coming later. You'll have to let me know if you still like them. And I'm just gonna spend some time tonight in the next couple days setting up the background. As you can see, like, it looks pretty familiar to what I had over there, but it's just a lot closer, so you're not gonna be able to see much on the lower shelves. It'll just be whatever I put on the top shelves. And I still need to try my other lens, which is like super close, because I have a feeling if I want to do talk type of videos like this, I'm gonna have to use my older lens, the kit lens that came with my T5i. But I have this little lens that I like for tutorials and stuff like that, just because it gets a really nice clean background. And I only was using it for maybe a month or so before our move, but I really enjoyed it for just talking form content, and I would like sit farther back so you could see. It just, I don't know, the lighting, the camera quality, it all looked really nice. So fingers crossed, I think I'll still be able to use it. I just might be a lot closer to the camera, which I don't know if that's like a good thing or a bad thing. If that's like, oh, you're a little too close, Katie, for comfort, for just a talking type of video, like if I'm doing a ranking video or something like that. I'm gonna have to play around with it and see. But so far, I think this space will work. I'll be able to, you know, have my clothes in here on this wall, and should have enough opening between my desk and the door to be able to get around and get my clothes easily, because that was another thing. I was trying to figure out the space. I could do a couple different things, but I wanted to make it like practical so that I'm able to like walk in here and get my clothes and not have to like walk around a bunch of lights and cameras to get dressed every day. But I also wanted to have the most space that I could for the recording. So I think this setup will do. Let me know if you want to see a beauty room, YouTube studio, closet tour. I don't know if that'd be interesting. I think I've done at least one with every YouTube setup I've had, so I feel like I should do one. No idea how long we'll be in this house, but I feel like it might be fun to do one, just a little updated one to show you guys kind of the setup of what I'm working with. So let me know if you like to watch those type of videos. Maybe I can film that someday whenever I get everything sorted, get the lighting set up. Like I said, I really need lighting back there. Don't really love how dark my background is, and I'm also like recording on auto, what's it called? Auto white balance, because I need to find my grayscale card so that I can sort out the white balance, because it's definitely very different from the last house. I think it's because, you know, it's a bit closer in, the walls are a little bit more yellow, the carpet's a little bit more yellow, but when I just turned the camera on, I just looked super yellow. So I just put it on auto for this video and all the declutters. but definitely need to get that all sorted. So that looks good. Looks like a pretty good match for me. Let's see, what do I want for concealer? I'm gonna use my Joe. I really like this. It's an eye serum concealer. I like this. It's a little bit bigger than I would prefer. I don't know, it's just a really big tube for concealer. I wouldn't mind if this was like half the size, but the quality of the product itself is really nice. Not too heavy, conceals, easy to blend in. And yeah, it doesn't look heavy on my under eyes, which I like. See, blends out pretty nice and easy. Definitely a pretty combo with the blue and the green. Kind of regret not putting the pink because it would have popped a little bit more in the inner corner there, but oh well. All right, I'm gonna use my Menagerie Cream Loose Powder. Are they still selling this? I forget if they discontinued this or not, but I really like this. I tend to just use it as a face powder, so we'll see how I like it for under eye as well. But it's really nice for like us all over set your face type of product. It's very nice, gives a little bit of like color tint, but it's very light on the face, doesn't make it too heavy. I'm gonna take this big guy. I think I'm gonna declutter this soon. This is from Lunar Beauty the LBF1. It's just so big, and if it was this big, I wish it was like a flat top, because with it being so big, I don't know, I just feel like I'm just too big for my face. It works, but it's just a little too rounded for my preference. I don't know, every time I reach for this brush, I'm just like, too big, too rounded, I want to get rid of it. So I don't know how long I'll keep it. It's very soft. It's like quality wise, it's nice. It's just not my preferred type of shape, I think, for powder. I like to press it in before I kind of sweep it around. So I feel like this is more like for this, like the really big, you can tell I did swatches of lipstick yesterday. I was very, very happy to see how many I decluttered. I don't want to give it away, but I think you guys will be impressed with how, I was impressed with how much I got rid of lipstick. Lipstick has been that product for a long time. I'm like, I could get rid of so much, but I just never had time to sit down and do a declutter, but I knew there was a lot in there. I was either getting too old or I just wasn't gonna wear again, that type of thing. So I was very happy that I was able to fit doing a declutter in before I set up my makeup space. I wasn't sure if I would, but I'm glad I made time for it. I'm gonna go in with the Juvia's Place bronze and medium. This guy, I'm just gonna take a combination of the two. I don't know. I'm not a makeup artist. I'm just putting on a little bit of makeup. That's what I'm doing. Let's use that Pina Colada highlighter from Glamlight. This is a really pretty one that I only used a handful of time, was super impressed, and then kind of forgot it in my drawer. Like, watch this. I never know if it's actually showing up on camera or like, you know, the camera angle, if the camera angle is right, but like whenever I do it in the mirror, it's like, wow. Super, super intense, but it's one of those highlighters that you don't really see straight on, which is the kind I prefer because I feel like it looks the most natural. So straight on it just looks normal, but then you turn and it catches the light and it's super pretty. Yeah, it's very blinding, but doesn't look like kind of sit on top of your face. It blends in very nicely, I think, to look like skin, but then still give you that blinding glow on the top of your cheeks. So I've been really enjoying that one. Okay, let's finish up my lower lashes and call this video a day. Call it done? I don't know what it is. Anyway, I'm gonna take this little guy, which is a Ofra 8882. I'm gonna go into that darkest, I think it was like Greatness from Gimme Glow. I love Gimme Glow's mattes. They're both, all their singles and their palettes are always so nice and intense. Guess I could have done a different color. Maybe should I do pink underneath? As if I expect y'all to answer. I wish you guys would. Sometimes when I'm doing these, I'm like, man, if I was live, I could ask you guys and you guys could help me. I've really kind of come to enjoy doing live streams. I'm going to do a pink, but I'm going to use this one. This is Land of Sweets from Copacetic. I'm going to take it on this bigger, it's more of a bigger smudger brush, but let's just put this right below a pop of pink. I'm going to take the lighter blue that I used from Copacetic Cold Shoulder on a little blending brush and just take it along the edge to make sure it's nice and blended out, as soft as I'm able to make it. I feel like I'm always harsh on the ending out here. Okay, then I'm going to put some black. I put all of my, after I decluttered, I put all of my pens in here. Should I do black? I actually have access to a lot of other colors now that I went through and decluttered them. Let's do this green. This is a neon from LA Girl Magic Mint. I feel like this will pop really nicely. Kind of bring in the lower lash line there, maybe? Or not lower lash line, the lid. Yeah, I think that's pretty. All right, let me put on some mascara, and I gotta pick a lipstick. I really should have had a lip oil on because my lips are dry. Since I did the declutter and I have access to all the ones that I kept and liked. Oh, I didn't do an inner corner highlight. Anyway, I'm gonna use Clever from Butter London. I really did enjoy this back in the day. Haven't used it in forever, so let's use it. It's a nice nude. It feels so good. The formula of this is so nice. It's very creamy, slips on just right, and It's nice and opaque. Yeah, and it actually feels like moisturizing. So it's a nice, I like this quality. Okay, inner corner. Let's do something fun for the inner corner. Use one more shadow. Should I use, this is staring at me. This is Electric Unicorn. It doesn't look anywhere near as blinding and beautiful as it does in real life in the camera, but trust me, this is so pretty. I think I'm gonna use it. Let me like get my eye to stop tearing from when I stab myself with my mascara. But yeah, I have this one, or honestly, I was thinking of doing like this holographic one from GlamShop, but it's more chunky, so I feel like this is gonna be best safe for all over the lid. So we're gonna use this one because I definitely know with Makeup Geek, with a Give Me Glow, it's a very fine formula of shimmers. This is a pressed pigment is how she calls them. But I'm just gonna grab some on this little, what is this again? This is the R101 from What's Up Beauty. Light up my face with my mirror again. Oof, so pretty. This is gonna be so pretty all over the lid as well, especially depending on what you put it with, because I see a lot of blue, but up here it's like showing up very green, maybe yellowish. It's pretty blinding, I think. Hopefully you guys see it well enough on the, oh, like look at that, so intense. Yeah, it looks very yellow from this angle. That's very pretty. This would probably look really pretty as a highlighter too. Give Me Glow shimmers tend to be that type of formula that I can get away with it as a highlighter as well if the color works. So that's nice, but yeah, that's super pretty. I kind of want to keep playing with that. But anyway, as my lighting I feel like is getting worse as the video progresses, this is my final look. Per usual, I always like to stick up close-ups so you guys can see exactly how the eyeshadow looks all done and completed and blended out and whatnot. So I'll put that up for you guys to see, but overall, yeah, this was just a fun little kind of therapeutic makeup session for me, just to sit down and talk to you guys about what's been going on and just random, honestly, mostly all of it's just random chit chat. So I hope it wasn't boring. I hope you guys enjoyed it. That's going to be the video. Thank you guys so much for listening. As always, I hope that you had fun watching me create the look, if nothing else. And yeah, let me know if you guys want to see a tour of the new place once I get it all set up. And if you want to see declutter, if you guys still like declutters, let me know that down below in the comments. But with all that said, that's going to do it for me. Per usual, I'm over on Instagram, and I can actually, like now, hopefully I'll be able to get back to posting on Instagram, because I haven't since I haven't had internet. I did not want to suck up our data because social media sucks up a lot of data. So I've been staying off of social media since we don't have any internet, but I'm hopefully going to set that up after I finish this video. So I'm very excited to get internet back. But anyway, over on Instagram, LadyKaty92, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.